This video is titled Stress and Sleep, and will go into detail about how stress and sleep interact with each other and can impact your academics. College can be a stressful time, so it's expected that students may feel elevated levels of stress. While many things are uncertain and may contribute to one's stress, there are techniques that can be used to reduce the negative impact on sleep and your academics. It is important to note that not all stress can be avoided, but hopefully this webinar can help reduce it. The first thing to discuss is what stress really is. According to the National Institute of Mental Health, stress is how the brain and body respond to any demand. Therefore, it is important to note that stress is a natural bodily response that affects everyone. However, it affects everyone differently. For example, individuals with anxiety or depression may experience more severe symptoms of stress compared to another individual. In addition, some individuals cope better with stress due to learned coping skills and a healthy view on stress. Regardless, everyone experiences stress at some point in their life, whether it's short-term or long-term. When the body is presented a demand, there's a bodily response that happens. The demand is internalized as a threat, stress hormones are released, and the flight or fight response occurs. In addition, there are many other physical symptoms related to stress. These include, but are not limited to, increased blood pressure, increased heart rate, increased breathing, increased alertness, decreased rate of digestion, weakened immune system, muscle tension, stomach pain, and chest pain. Some of these physical symptoms can have negative side effects. For example, increased alertness can prevent sleep, and a weakened immune system can increase your chances of getting sick. In addition to physical symptoms, there are also mental and emotional effects of stress. These symptoms can include, but again are not limited to, anxiety, difficulty concentrating, mental fatigue, irritability, sadness, and/or depression. As stated earlier, everyone experiences stress differently. Part of this is due to the different types of stress. Stress can be either good or it can be bad and harmful. Let's start with good stress. To begin, stress is not necessarily a bad thing. As we said before, it is a normal biological response to a demand or challenge. With that being said, some of the physical responses, such as alertness and increased oxygen to the brain, can increase performance. So students may experience a drive to complete an assignment, win a game, interview well, and more. However, the key to this is that the stress must be experienced at low levels. Stress at higher levels obviously makes it the bad type of stress. So if you experience stress at high levels or too frequently, then you have bad stress. This is when you will experience the more negative symptoms, such as the inability to focus or sleep or eat. All of these things are really important when it comes to your academics. You need the nutrients of food to fuel your brain, sleep to store information and let your brain rest, and the ability to focus to process information. In addition, high stress can lead to mental problems such as panic attacks, breakdowns, or feeling burnt out. Therefore, it's important that you utilize any good, low levels of stress and find a way to reduce the bad, high levels of stress. In order to reduce stress, it is important to understand the causes behind it. It can be internal, environmental, or can be caused by fatigue. Internal stress means the stress comes from worrying about things that aren't real or we cannot control. Environmental stress is a response to things around you, such as noise, crowding, pressures from work or family, or the national pandemic. Lastly, fatigue can be stressful when it occurs over time. This means you have been working too hard, have poor time management, or give yourself little time for sleep and relaxation. This happens to nearly every student by the end of the semester. Now that we understand what stress is and what the cause may be, it's time to learn how you can tackle stress. First, it is important to take time out of your day for yourself to do something you enjoy. It could be playing a video game, reading a book, going for a walk, and so on. By doing something you love, your mood can improve and your stress can decrease. If this alone does not work for you, you may need to try a new activity or methods that you haven't tried before but that have helped many other people reduce stress. For some examples, Maybe you make yourself a hot beverage, light a candle with a calming scent, and try yoga or guided meditation. There are plenty of tutorials of this online, and they can be very helpful practices to use. Don't let the idea of guided meditation or yoga intimidate you. These sessions can be less than 5 minutes. You can have 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and lots of other intervals. Like I said, there's a lot of online tutorials, so you can find one that works for you. In addition, meditation can actually help put your stress into perspective and allow you to focus on the source of the problem instead of avoiding it. If you avoid the issue, stress levels will only rise. It is also important to maintain a positive attitude. This can be hard given the current uncertainty today, but finding ways to focus on things you can change and be positive about can go a long way. It may also be helpful to talk to someone to make your feelings be heard. This can be a friend, a family member, or even a medical professional. Speak up if you need help or if you just need to get something off your chest. Washington College counseling is still available to you remotely, and many other providers are also available for telehealth appointments. Exercise and eating habits are also great ways to reduce stress. Exercise can increase blood flow and release endorphins that will give your brain and mood a positive boost. Proper nutrition can also help your brain have the nutrients it needs and help support your immune system. Lastly, it is also important for you to stay away from or limit alcohol and caffeine if you are experiencing stress because they can make it worse. Many people believe alcohol helps them relax, and this may feel true, but many people can experience rebound stress or anxiety, where after the effects of the alcohol wears off, they experience a greater spike in their stress. Not to mention that alcohol also impacts the quality of your sleep. Caffeine also has that effect on your ability to sleep, and this leads us into why sleep is so important. The first reason that sleep is so important is because it's necessary to function. It allows our brains to recharge and our bodies to rest. Also, studies have shown that even slight sleep deprivation can affect memory, judgment, and mood, and can contribute to health problems. Therefore, it is important to get a full night's sleep. Sleeping also allows for memory consolidation. In other words, this time is used for processing and storing the information you've collected during the day. Memory consolidation is vital to your academic success and learning. The other reason sleep is so important is that it is directly linked to one's stress level. So, as stress increases, the length and quality of a person's sleep decreases. This means that as stress levels decrease, the length and quality of a person's sleep increases. So, if your sleep is less than 8 hours or your sleep quality is poor, this could be a sign that you need to reduce your stress. Here are 6 ways to get more sleep and reduce stress. First, stick to a sleep schedule, even on the weekends. This can be hard when you're home and it's easy to stay up all night, but consistency is key. Set reminders on your phone to go to bed and give yourself a time to turn off the phone. Second, you should try to exercise daily. This not only reduces stress and improves your mood, but it also can physically tire your body, making it easier to sleep. The third tip is to evaluate your room. If it's messy, you are more likely to be stressed and may find it hard to go to sleep. Tip 4 is to try not to work or study in your room. This can definitely be hard when working from home, so try working at the dining room table, a back deck, kitchen island, or anywhere that allows you to work. If you do have to work from your room, try not to work in bed because you don't want to be too comfortable when working and you want to be able to use that space to sleep when you need to. You can make your own desk by taking a dining room chair and clearing off your dresser or nightstand, or can work on the floor and use something as a surface top. Don't be afraid to get creative. Number 5 is to have at least 1 hour of relaxation time before going to bed. This will help you relieve tensions from the day and have a better night's sleep. This also means turning off devices. Blue light from your phone, the TV, iPad, computer can all really impact the quality of our sleep. Lastly, plan out your day and set a bedtime that allows for at least 7 hours of sleep, but ideally 8 or 9, especially to account for the time it takes to fall asleep and get into a deep sleep. To summarize, all students are probably feeling stressed right now. It doesn't make your stress any less stressful, but it's important to understand how to manage it. Once you know the cause and focus on things you can change, you can implement strategies to tackle your stress. A great way to do this is engaging in techniques that will relax or tire you out so you can sleep better. Sleep is linked to levels of stress, so by improving sleep length and quality and focusing on managing your stress triggers, stress can be managed or reduced. If you would like to go into more detail, please visit the Office of Academic Skills webpage and make an appointment with an academic skills tutor.